candidates take the stage.
Coronavirus testing is about to change in a big way across the United States. We have the latest details from the White House.
A group of students took to campus today to demand the removal of Aramark. We have details on their demonstration.
And the state of Ohio has ordered General Motors to pay up. What it's paying for and how the money could affect Northeast Ohio. TV2 News starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good Tuesday evening, Portage County. Thank you for joining us tonight. Now, we're just 3 hours away from the first presidential debate in Cleveland, held by Case Western and the Cleveland Clinic. That's where we begin. I'm Maddy Haberberger.
And I'm Jacob Gajda. President Donald Trump and Democratic nominee Joe Biden are expected to debate a slew of topics such as the COVID-19 pandemic, racial injustice, and the current state of our own country.
Now, this will be the first time the two will be together on stage, and political experts believe this might be the most watched presidential debate in U.S. history.
And TV2 has you covered with this debate. We are now joined live with reporter Rachel Gross, who is
Thanks,
in
guys.
Cleveland.
I'm downtown in Cleveland right now, standing right outside Case Western University. Thanks, guys. I'm standing here in downtown Cleveland, right outside Case Western University. You can see off to the left here, that's the building the debate is actually going to be held in. Banners coming down off the building. Now, these guardrails behind me, they block off the restricted zone. Apparently, the Cleveland Clinic put them up earlier today. We've seen quite a few protesters here in the streets for all sorts of different topics for both sides. Not too many protesters around here right now. There's a lot of police in riot gear, some members of the National Guard. We've seen the Strongsville SWAT team coming around here. Now protesters seem to have left. They've gone on to different locations throughout the city. Later tonight, we'll have Dante Centofanti breaking down what's actually going to be happening in that debate hall later tonight. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Rachel. Now, on his way back from the debate, Joe Biden is set to stop in Western Pennsylvania. Presidential candidate Biden will roll through Portage County tomorrow via train. He'll pass through crossings at Towner's Woods Bridge in Franklin Township and Lake Street at Collins Court in Ravenna. The train won't be making any stops, but there will be crowds gathered at both locations with signs and speakers.
Now, tonight's presidential debate in Cleveland will be in front of a limited audience, but 2 Northeast Ohioans will be in attendance as guests of candidate Joe Biden. James Evanoff, a steel worker, and Grenai Green, a local fashion store owner, will be at the debate in Cleveland tonight. The Biden campaign said his guests were emblematic of the workers and business owners who have faced hardship during the coronavirus pandemic and the resulting recession.
Now, as people are flocking to Cleveland for the debate, we turn to our TV2 weatherman, Dan Snyder.
What can people expect to see from the sky tonight, Dan?
Well, while the excitement might be brewing in Cleveland tonight, the rest of us will be seeing much calmer conditions throughout the rest of the night. Starting off with the current conditions in Kent, it is 57 degrees outside. Feels like 64, a little warmer in the air. Dew point of a massive 50 degrees. A cool breeze coming in from the south by southwest at a nice gentle 3 miles per hour. Humidity at 66% may lead us to see some showers later on tonight. Visibility at 4 miles. As you can see, the rest of northeastern Ohio is enjoying the nice, cool 60 low-oriented temperatures that we are. People up in Cleveland will see a nice cool 60 degrees pretty much throughout the night. 59 in Ashtabula, 60 down in Canton, 60 in Worcester. And as for the hourly, 8 p.m. tonight, temperatures start to drop down 80 degrees. More clouds start rolling in. Getting closer to midnight, that's when we're going to start seeing some rain showers start popping up all over the northeastern set of the state at 53 degrees. And later on, 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, you could start your day off with a partly cloudy sunrise with nice cool conditions coming in. And I hope everyone up in Cleveland stays nice and dry tonight and gets the best out of the protest. Back to the news.
Thanks, Dan. Now, all 5th grade students at Kent's Davie Elementary School will be learning remotely until October 7th after a positive COVID-19 case was reported in one of the district's hybrid student groups. According to the district's COVID dashboard, there are 3 new positive cases among students this week, bringing the district's total to 4 students and 3 staff members who have tested positive over this month.
And Ravenna State Schools is seeing an opposite trend as registration for in-person learning amongst kindergarten classes continues to rise. The increase in students is now forcing the city to hire another teacher just weeks into the school year. The district reports nearly 200 kindergartners currently attending classes this fall, and that's a double-digit increase from last September. Ravenna School Superintendent Dennis Honkala noted the other grade levels are nearing their maximum capacity for in-person classes, but doesn't foresee needing to hire any more additional staff. Kent State updated its COVID-19 dashboard this morning. The university reported 31 new cases of COVID-19 for the week of September 20th. That's up from 25 new cases for the week of September 13th. There have been 125 total cases since July 11th. And looking at worldwide numbers, the death toll from the coronavirus is now more than 1 million. The U.S. is the country with the most recorded deaths, and taking a closer look into the state of Ohio, there have been nearly 153,000 cases with 4,783 deaths. Portage County has reported 1,177 total cases with 66 deaths.
A special type of coronavirus test is about to hit states across America, but how does it work, and will you be even able to get one? CNN's Camilla Bernal has the latest from the White House.
150 million rapid COVID-19 tests are now set to be deployed to all 50 states.
This does not require any kind of machine. It's very rapid, and this is not one of those deep swab things that people are reluctant to use.
It almost could not be easier. It starts with 6 drops of liquid onto this piece of paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Into the test. Twisted 3 times, the adhesive is pulled off, and you wait 15 minutes, and that is the test.
President Trump saying 50 million tests will be sent to communities hit hardest by the pandemic.
18 million for nursing homes, 15 million for assisted living facilities, 10 million for home health and hospice care agencies, and nearly 1 million for historically black colleges and universities, and also tribal nation colleges.
But critics say this is only a small step forward.
It's probably not enough. We need a lot more.
I would rather see 150 million a day, not a month. We need to be close to a time when everybody in America can have a rapid test for free from the government to test their family.
At the White House, I'm Camila Bernal reporting.
Things back to right here in Ohio. New findings from the Ohio Capitol Journal reveal that the CDC sent broken COVID-19 tests to the state back in February, suggesting the mistake spurred outbreaks. Federal investigators later determined chemical substances in the kits designed to detect the virus were likely contaminated in a CDC lab. Had the kits worked, Ohio would have begun independent testing when cases totaled 88 when COVID-19 testing began. Nearly a month later, case totals totaled nearly 500.
In other developments coming out of the state, conservative House members are joining forces over their disapproval of Governor Mike DeWine's handling of the coronavirus pandemic. One of the members, State Rep John Becker, says DeWine assumed, quote, imperial and dictatorial powers in addressing the pandemic and is now calling upon Claremont County Court to charge the governor with several felony and misdemeanor charges, including terrorism and interfering with civil rights. A prosecutor for the court said the request was almost immediately dismissed.
Student groups again protesting against Aramark. Find out why when TV2 returns.
And it's never too early to start thinking about that holiday season. Target has some enticing offers you may want to take a look at. Stick with us.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
Welcome back. Now to some developments right here in Kent. Aramark has been the university's food service provider for the past several years and has always been a point of controversy among students.
Yeah, today the USAs took to the offices for a demonstration. Our Alex Manthey has the updates.
Kent State Dining Services is ran by the company called Aramark. Many students and staff members here at Kent State are frustrated with the food service provider due to low wages, large amounts of food waste, inadequate meals, and much more. Current and past employees of Aramark had a lot to say about the company's treatment of staff members. Take a look.
We're just tired of it. You know, we would like Kent State to step in and have a meeting with them and tell them the stuff that's going wrong. I got 3 or 4 grievances in now. We just want to sit down and talk. We aren't trying to be nasty or nothing, but us who got years in, 18, 25 years, you know, it's like they don't even listen to us. And
emails this time. We've done calls in the past. We've done call-ins to the dining services offices. We've done meetings with dining services administration. We've had email contact with all sorts of people in the student affairs office, but it's just like a lot of being pushed back and pushed back. So.
And staff members held a small demonstration in the second floor of the Kent State Student Center. They are asking for student affairs to do something about the issues with Aramark. While not many people were there to help, one office assistant did mention that they would follow up with USAS. The USAS organization is asking for Kent State to do something about the dining services issues. For TV2 News, I'm Alexandria Manthey.
And welcome back to your TV2 weather forecast, Portage County. I am your weatherman, Dan Snyder. Even though tonight we may see some showers pop up throughout the night, we can always look forward to a brighter sunny tomorrow morning as the sun rises, even though it will be cool. Temperatures dropping all the way through the night down to 50 degrees into the morning when that sunrise comes up at 7:22 with a nice strong breeze coming from the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Those are quite some gusts. Partly cloudy in the AM, clearing up throughout the day, and as we move on to our 7-day forecast, as you can see, tomorrow will have particularly strong winds throughout the day, 66 for a high, 48 for a low. Thursday, we will see high chances of rain showers, and unfortunately that carries into Friday as we have a 56 for a high and a 42 for a low, and that's not a great way to start things off for the weekend. But Saturday, we will see more sunshine coming around with some showers in the AM. 57 for a high, 44 for a low, and while it will be cooler, we can always expect an 80-degree jump on Sunday with rainstorms throughout the day. Wow, that's going to be powerful. That must be one front coming through. Although things will calm back down on Monday as we begin our brand new work week with temperatures 65 for a high and 41 for a low. It will be mostly cloudy, but hey, can't always start your week with sunshine. That's all for your weather forecast. As always, stay happy and healthy and stick around for sports after the break.
Thank you, Dan. Now, students at Kent State's Trumbull campus will now be able to be a part of Sifrin Academy, an organization dedicated to helping individuals with disabilities adjust to college life. Sifrin Academy is already present at Kent State's Stark campus. Trumbull's location will help provide a facility for students to get greater social interaction with their peers. High-functioning adult students of all levels of developmental disabilities are invited to join the academy.
And the Veterans of Foreign Wars post in Streetsboro is planning to restore a number of headstones belonging to fallen veterans. A representative from the VFW said members were saddened by the condition of many headstones in the cemetery while placing flags there. The group has partnered with Portage Marble and Granite in an effort to return the cemetery to its original condition. This project could cost up to $100,000. And the Portage County Engineers Office has announced 2 road closures for tomorrow. Hartville Road will be closed until 3:30 p.m. between Old Forge and Bassett Roads for culvert replacements at 2750 Hartville Road. Lakewood Road, will be closed until 1 p.m. between Bird and Sandy Lake Roads for tree work and other power lines. And a Tremont bar owner pled guilty to a felony bribery charge yesterday afternoon. 45-year-old Andrew Long, owner of the Duck Island Club, attempted to bribe a Cleveland police officer to allow him to operate after hours. Long said in court he wasn't trying to do anything illegal and was just trying to build a better relationship with the police. Long will be sentenced at a later date where he could face probation or a maximum of 3 years in prison.
Governor Mike DeWine is expected to soon sign a bill that would forbid Ohio communities from regulating single-use plastics such as grocery bags. The COVID-19 pandemic has raised health concerns about banning plastic bags in favor of reusable bags, so House Bill 242 will place a one-year moratorium on the imposition of local fees and taxes on paper or plastic bags.
And ahead, the month of September is National Suicide Prevention Month. Our reporter Alex Manthey has the details on why acknowledging mental health matters.
And Joe Biden versus Donald Trump isn't the only big matchup in Cleveland tonight. I'll preview the Indians' playoff game against the Yankees next in sports.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be flood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
We do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
And welcome back to TV2 News. I'm Jack Berney with your sports report. The Kent State women's basketball team is back on the court practicing for the first time since the pandemic hit. I sat down with head coach Todd Starkey about how the schedule may look this season and when to expect that announcement.
But it's still a moving target right now. The MAC shifted its focus this past week to get, the football vote. And we're supposed to hear something this week about what the MAC's decision on that is, whether we're going to play not only conference games. If we play some non-conference, how many that's going to look like. So there's a couple different scenarios that could potentially be in place, and we're trying to still figure that out. It's still a moving target at this point.
And the Flashes are set to start their season November 25th and are coming off a season which saw them win their second MAC East championship in the last 3 years. And the Indians kick off the playoffs tonight against the Yankees at Progressive Field. The pitching matchup is a good one as AL Cy Young favorite Shane Bieber toes the mound for the Tribe versus a $300 million man, Garrett Cole, for the Yankees. Let's take a look at my keys for an Indians victory. And here's what the Indians will need to do to win tonight. And first off, they need to get to Garrett Cole early. They need to get him out of the game early, because if they do that, that will be good for their offense. And Bieber needs to limit the Yankees' first 4 hitters. Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Luke Voit, they are home run hitters. The Indians need to limit them. If they can limit them, I think they win tonight. I do think the Tribe wins tonight 3-2. And moving on to the NFL, where the league has had its first outbreak of COVID-19. The Tennessee Titans suspended in-person activities through Friday after 8 members of the organization tested positive for the virus. The Titans played the Vikings on Sunday, and the Vikings have also suspended their activities. The Vikings so far have not had any positive tests, and the Titans are scheduled to play the Steelers this Sunday. The game is still on its schedule for now, but could be moved to Monday if needed. And let's finish with hockey. Stanley Cup playoffs. The Lightning could win the Stanley Cup. Here we see Braden Point gets the shot to go. The Lightning take a 1-0 lead. Moving on into the second period. Parquette to Maroon to Blake Coleman, who hits the shot again. Lightning extend the lead to 2-0, and they can sense the Stanley Cup is going to be theirs. Time is running down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The Lightning are going to win the Stanley Cup, their first Stanley Cup championship since 2004. Congratulations to Tampa Bay, and congratulations to the Lightning. And that's all I have for sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Now, September is Suicide Prevention Awareness Month.
That's right. Our reporter Alex Manthey has more on the month and why mental health awareness is so important. Hi, Alex.
September is National Suicide Prevention Month. Suicide is one of the leading causes of death in the United States, and students are urged to take their mental health seriously. As the month is winding down, we have the latest on how students can seek resources on campus year-round.
Mental health is especially important in college students because if you look at the statistics, for our age group from 15 to 34, suicide is the second leading cause of death. An app called Step Up, Speak Out, and it was created by Kent State, and it has a comprehensive list of all of the resources, and it's more than just mental health resources across the 8 different campuses. So I think that's really important, because it can be hard to know exactly where a resource is or what's the phone number.
Students are urged to, quote, seize the awkward and be there for their Flashes family. Reporting from the Franklin Hall studio, I'm Alexandria Manthey.
Thanks for that report, Alex. Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg was laid to rest this morning at a private ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery. Her late husband Marty was an Army officer, so an Army escort carried her remains under dependent honors. For days, thousands have gathered at the court to mourn the late justice at a makeshift memorial. On Friday, she became the first woman and the first Jewish person to lie in repose at the nation's capital.
And Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett met with Vice President Mike Pence and Republican lawmakers on Capitol Hill earlier this afternoon. The party is finalizing plans to confirm Barrett before the presidential election. Her confirmation would give the court a 6-3 conservative majority, making it the most conservative Supreme Court in recent years. Her writings on religion and the law have made her a favorite among conservatives, and Democrats fear Barrett's confirmation will mean an end to the Affordable Care Act.
Over a year and a half after the closure of the GM plant in Lordstown, the Ohio Tax Credit Authority is ordering the company to repay the state $28 million in tax incentives. General Motors received over $60 million in state tax incentives in 2008 to help keep the plant open, and that money was meant to help retain jobs in the Mahoning Valley. In addition to the repayment, GM also agreed to invest $12 million in education, training, infrastructure, and other programs. Tensions are rising outside the Sampson Pavilion in Cleveland before the presidential debate.
We'll have what you can expect later tonight and another look at the scene downtown.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
Welcome back. TV2 is your source for debate coverage, and we are bringing you to Cleveland again as we are joined by our political reporter, Dante Centofanti.
Now, Dante, this is the first debate. We can obviously expect a lot from Trump and Biden on the debate stage, but what should we be looking for tonight?
Yeah, Jacob, Maddy, in a year where healthcare workers have been our heroes, it's fitting that we're here at one of the cathedrals of practicing medicine tonight over there, hosted by Case Western University and the Cleveland Clinic. Former Vice President Joe Biden will face off against President Trump in what will be one of the most watched presidential debates in modern history. Some of the big news today, former Vice President Joe Biden released his tax plan. He will tax families with an income over $400,000, delivering to his promise of keeping middle-class taxes down. You can expect the Trump camp to tear into that, but you can also expect the Biden camp to tear into the New York Times investigation that was released Sunday that President Donald Trump only paid taxes 10 out of 15 years, which is very stunning news. And you can also expect them to debate on the coronavirus responses and that it was not adequate of President Trump. Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson said today that both of these candidates do have different ideologies on America, and that's all you can expect tonight in this historic debate, guys.
Thanks, Dante. Now, as we mentioned earlier, presidential candidate Joe Biden will be making campaign stops across Ohio and Pennsylvania over the next few days. After taking the stage tonight in Cleveland, he and his wife Jill will make a stop in Alliance on his train tour. Wednesday's stop marks his first in the state since the cancellation of his rally before the primary election in March. And scientists have come up with a way to speed up the process of breaking down plastic. Researchers at the University of Portsmouth created a super enzyme called PET, which eats plastic 6 times faster than a previous enzyme. PET is regularly used in single-use bottles, carpets, and clothing. It takes hundreds of years to degrade in the environment, but the new enzyme can break it down in just a few days. While the process is still too slow to be commercially viable, researchers say it's a huge step towards using enzymes to recycle plastic and reduce plastic pollution.
And Target Deals Days are back. The retailer sales event is scheduled for October 13th and 14th and will be done alongside Amazon Prime Day sales. A spokesperson for Target tells Business Insider the 2-day sale includes digital deals on twice as many items compared to 2019. And having the coronavirus halting some holiday shopping plans, Target is expected to hire 130,000 seasonal employees during the holiday season.
Now, it's always busy, but if you drove past Dunkin' in Kent today, you might have seen an especially long line. The reason behind the celebration? Today is National Coffee Day. To help you caffeine fiends get that extra coffee fix, here's some deals you can try and snag before the day is over. Now, Dunkin' is giving out a free coffee with the purchase today, and Starbucks is offering 5 days of freebies for its reward members. And that'll do it for tonight's edition of TV2 News. As always, thank you for joining us.
For up-to-the-minute debate coverage, be sure to follow us on our social media at TV2KSU and tune back in with us tomorrow at 6 for a full breakdown of what happens tonight. I'm Jacob Gajda.
And I'm Maddy Haberberger. Now here's one last look of Cleveland just over 2 hours before the debate. Have a great night, Portage County.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion. What really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.